Hello, welcome back to Bits of an Artist's Life, and the promised studio tour is going to happen. Over the years, the studio has changed a lot. We have changed it many times. This change was all about, I need space. I am like slowly, it was like a little cave that was getting closed in on me. So this was about space. I want to try to give you some tips of little things around the studio that I've done, but let's get started. Okay, first off, the studio usually starts out here, but I've been keeping this so cleared. Usually before it was literally, you had to walk in like this to get in, sideways. But not anymore. I've been like an artist minimalist, haven't I? For the most part. Okay. But out here is part of the studio. So I've changed this up multiple times too. In fact, maybe I'll put in some footage right here of what it was before. But basically, I wanted all my sketchbooks, like sketchbooks that are full and sketchbooks that are not full here, because I work from my work a lot. So sometimes I want to be able to grab those. This is only a small section of my sketchbooks. So I just put the ones that I really wanted to access here. Down here, I've got like little, I love a good wooden box. I have tons of wooden boxes. Things like for shipping, little cards that I send to people that purchase a painting. This box here is filled with like boring external hard drive stuff and microphones and stuff like that. I decided to not like straighten up the studio. I did clear off one pile of stuff, and then I thought, no, just leave the studio the way it is, because I feel like that's more interesting than like a perfectly cleared off studio. Okay, come in. Well, we have the cute studio sign, and if you're new to the studio, you usually have to watch out, because I usually have tape like all over the place because I'm always pulling tape off for things, and so then it just gets stuck on the wall. I don't know why I do that, but I do. Okay, Mr. Cameraman, watch your step as you come in. So you can tell it feels a lot more bare in here. I got rid of a couple different tables in here. I got a new desk that's smaller, like my computer desk, because I desperately needed space. And once we got this new easel and a cart that I feel like, where have you been all my life? How did I paint without these two things, which I'll tell you more about. I just needed space. I needed to be able to paint and like step back and move. So that's what I've been trying to do. There's only one desk that I used to have in here that I really miss, but it was just too big. But I had it covered with a piece of glass, which was super nice for when I was doing mono printing or things where I needed a really clean, smooth surface, because I could clean that off. But I've been making do, making it work. Let's see, what should we tell them about first?
Go around the room.
Okay, let's just talk about the easel first, because this is a biggie. Let me put my coffee down because I need my hands for this. So this is a painting that I just started this morning, so let's not look at it too much. I put this here when I'm doing paperwork usually. Okay, so this big boy is called, I got out the paperwork because I never can remember the name of it. It's called Sienna Plein Air. I will have a link below. We purchased this with our own money. In fact, I had an easel picked out that was like $100, and then Grady went into a different universe of easels for me. I was having some arm issue, like nerve issues in my arm, and sorry, I needed to put that down. So we needed an easel that I could easily lift and lower depending on where I was painting, because I didn't need to be doing this with my arm. And I absolutely love this easel. So let me show you some components of it. It just lifts very easily. Actually, because there's nothing on it, I have to put a little more pressure. Let me get a painting. So if I have a painting on there and it's unlocked, I can just lift it so easily, which is super nice, especially when I have big paintings on there, like that big boy. And you put weights. It's called, what is it called? A counterbalance, weight balance, something like that easel. And you can see the weights in the back there. One of the things I was concerned about was, am I gonna have to keep changing the weights out depending on the size of the painting? And I don't, because let me show you. That was maybe a medium size painting. Here's a pretty large painting. And so see how I'm able to just, if I need to get up here or if I want to paint down here, it's just so easy. Again, it's covered in tape because, you know, in one of those videos I was talking to you about collage, how I do that. It also has, let's see, let me put this here for now. It comes with 3, what are these called? I don't know. Basically, you know, for different size paintings. But I don't use this one, so I put it in here to remind myself to tell y'all about it. But I rarely even ever use this one. Sometimes what I'll do, I think this is actually supposed to be even turned. No, that is the right way.
Turn.
It is supposed to be turned? Oh, okay. Well, no, because don't you think that's where you put the, oh no, if you turn it, you can lock your painting in. So I will put it here because sometimes I'll be working on 2 different paintings, or I'll put like a reference book or my sketchbook that I'm painting from. I do that, so. And it does like move this way, but it doesn't, like some of y'all are gonna ask, does it go all the way flat? It does not. But even the moving of this is easy. I have a piece of fabric here that I put clips on because sometimes I'm needing clips for sketchbook or things. I don't know that anybody else would ever do that. Hang things right there. Is there anything else about that I should tell about, babe?
Do you move it around? Do you roll it?
Oh yes, it is roller. It is rolling. It rolls really nice. I do love that about it. I think it rolls great. Everything about it, I just love. I literally could not love it anymore. The other thing that is a new addition to the studio is this cart. Another thing that I love that rolls, and I don't really know what I did without it before. This is a MEEDEN. It's from MEEDEN. So this actually comes with 3 drawers, but I found that I only barely even used the 2. And I wanted this bottom part for bigger paints and for water because you've probably noticed we took the sink out of the studio. I just needed space, and this has really been a good setup. I just will, you know, use that as a water bottle, and I've got an old huge Folger can that I'll pour my dirty water in, and then like that's just kind of a nice way to deal with that. It also has this, like, I don't know if this is glass, or I think it's like a plexiglass big sheet that can be taken out or left in, and has this side tray, which I love. It just really extends it, but if you wanted something smaller, it comes with this like water bucket thing, but I don't use it as a water bucket. I don't really know why I don't. I think because I have a system with my water that I'm very particular about, like a dirty water, medium dirty, and clean. But it's worked good as a brush holder. I have just other various things that I use quite a bit here. And in my drawers, I have, you know, extra paint, another thing for my paint pots. Today I'm working on a painting that I'm using my flash paint, but usually I will just have my acrylic paints in this tub. If you're interested in knowing how I use my acrylics, storage, varnishing, all this stuff, I have an online class. Actually, if you're new here, I have several online classes that you could check out, but it talks a lot about how I deal with my acrylics and mediums and all that kind of stuff. Let's see, here I keep extra paints, some paint pots, tissue. I like using either tissue or paper towels for wiping, cleaning brushes, whatever, but sometimes I want a tissue, sometimes I want a paper towel. I have some baby wipes and trusty paint tube, get all the paint out, squeezer thinger. I'm sure it has a shorter name than that, but that's what I call it. And then down here, again, I just have stuff. And this feels like I literally could paint the rest of my life if I just had these 2 things. Like, this has been a great system for me. MEEDEN has given us a discount code. I reached out to them. I love, love, love these products. And they've given a discount code. So I'm gonna have a link for that if you want to grab yourself a cart. I feel like for the price, do you remember how much this was? 4 something, 3 something? I don't know, but I feel like it is so worth the money, so well made. I will have that for the rest of my life. That will be down below, link below. We did pass, let's come over here. We passed this. This has been another system that I've really liked. This is kind of like my watercolor gouache painting station. So this is my painting station. Sometimes at the end of the day, I'll pull up either a picture or something, or I'll have a still life set up here or over here. And this is just a more relaxed, I'm able to sit here. I'm able to like lower my chair down and work from my lap right here. Or sometimes I'm Zooming with some friends that we're painting together. And this has just been a nice setup. I have like I think it's like a towel drying rack here, my water, and I can just put the sketchbook on my lap or paper on my lap and just work from all this. This is like extra paint tubes, all my stuff, right? This is my new desk, which I love. Thanks, Grady, for finding it for me. I just needed like a simple little area. I keep my pencils that I'm gonna be doing a video, I think next video, all about drawing and just some things that I've been doing with drawing. I think that's probably about here. Oh, this is a oatmeal container that I painted that I use as a desk trash can. Above us, I also have a, what did we get? Like a piece of metal, real thin piece of metal from the hardware store.
It's a piece of HVAC metal.
And we put it up there and I can use magnets to put paintings on. We cleaned out the studio completely. And so everywhere it just looks bare. I like to like build a room up naturally. So I'll just be putting stuff like up, you know, naturally. Back here I did, so I'll usually have things on the floor like I'm working on a painting. Okay, let me show you one little thing that's been really handy. You can stay right there, Grady. Up here, we just did like this little system. It was like some leftover pieces of wood that we screwed in, and then I found this really thin piece of wood that I put there that I can put a painting on, like a canvas painting. It will just hook on it. And then it's been nice because those screws have also worked for like a magnet. So if I have a piece of paper, I can magnetize it. What would that be called? I can put it up there and use that as a reference. I also cleaned out my closets. So my closets are not a death threat anymore and they're actually functional. So I've just got stuff. I'll show you the other side. It's a little more interesting. I probably shouldn't have even showed you this side. Okay, over here is just, Grady put some big shelves in here for me. So I've got canvases to paint on. I've got paintings, just, yeah, stuff. But look how nice and neat it looks. Probably in 3 months, it will be back to like a hazard to open the doors. But for right now, it's nice. If you're wondering where all my paintings are, we actually cleaned out this closet, which is huge, and put a lot of paintings in here. So, you know, like this bin is filled with paintings. Big paintings back here. And then we brought in this shelf to put a whole bunch of other paintings. So canvas paintings. You know, in this bin, there's 50 million smaller paintings. Another bin down here of a bunch of paintings. And then I have multiple other spaces with lots of paper paintings just stuffed wherever. There's probably about like 5 or 6 different spots in the house, closets, where I just put paintings because you don't want to like stack them, you know, too deep because they'll kind of stick together. So they're just literally all over the house. I have a cute little bunny rack, not bunny rack, bunny hook, and keep some of my aprons there. Over here is where I used to have the sink and we took that out. Right now I've got just this great shelf. It doesn't look very organized, but for me, it's very organized. It's, you know, I know exactly where things are. Oh, this is another thing I got from Meeden. I almost forgot to tell you all about this. Okay, I actually did a whole video on this thing on my blog. It is the coolest art supply box. I'm not gonna go into it here and show you. There'll be a link below to my blog where you can watch a whole video on this and what I did, how I decorated it. Just, I love this thing. To me, this is something that you would pass down to generations, along with that cart. They have made their products so well. I've loved this company. The box is about $39, and I will have a link to a discount code below for it, along with the cart. So make sure to check that out. They're both so well made, and I'm just thrilled with both of these products. I don't know how I didn't know about them before, because I've just been in love with how well built their products are, these two things. My easel, that's from a different company, but love. Did I already say that? Because if I didn't, I want to make sure that you know that I love it. Okay, Grady, when we first moved into the studio, no, probably right off the bat, and another studio tour. I'm pretty sure I have multiple studio tours on here. But he put these pieces of wood up for me so I could put my paintings. But we also put, do we just use tacks?
Probably thumbtacks.
Thumbtacks, and then that works for magnets. So like right here, I'm able to hang paper paintings, which is really helpful. And then up there too, under that shelf at the very top, I've got tacks just stuck in the wall too, and I just painted them. And then magnets will stick to them, so it's a nice way to hang stuff. This is a towel rack that I did use for the sink, and now I line my tape up and my really cute hammer. It's a vintage hammer. And then I've got a mirror there. What's nice now that the sink's not here, sometimes I'll pull the easel over like right here, and when I'm doing self-portraits, I just have this. I can just stand right here, really close, look up close. I don't know why I just did my eyes like that, but I can look up and just paint right here. I can just roll my easel right over here, my cart right there. It's just wonderful. This space I desperately wanted to keep open. I just felt like I needed this openness. Right now, I did bring this bench in from another part of our house because I set up a bunch of still life. I think maybe last video or a couple videos ago, I talked about that. And then what I've been doing, it's also been nice to put big paintings on. And then I've also been stuffing still life that I've not been using lately, like under there. And anything else from over here? Then this table, which I love. So this is a table that we've had for forever. Did we have this as our kitchen table at one point? I think almost every table that we've had in here at some point was a kitchen table. Grady put wheels on it for me, which has been great because this is where I do a lot of filming, like overhead. That's why there's a lot of like filming paraphernalia stuff. But this has been nice because I can either pull it out, or if I need another table to like set stuff on. This has just been great. It's so smooth. I just love it. When he put those on there, he said, you're probably never gonna use this. And I roll this thing around all the time. This section of the table though is usually just completely covered with stuff. Right now I just have this stack of collage paper stuff. I have like big collage. It's like baby bears. The big Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear. Little collage stuff, blah, blah, blah. This is a very important mirror, and I keep this right here, which is across from my easel, far back from my easel, and I use it. Well, it has a magnified, so if I'm gonna, once in a blue moon, I'll remember to check to make sure I don't have anything in my face when I'm filming. But the regular, I will make sure I look, I step back here and look at the mirror and look at the painting backwards. If I don't know where to put something or if something's working, when I look in a mirror backwards, I know it immediately. It's just a great tool. But it's nice now to be able to like get back and do that. This is the section that's usually clear because this is where I'm filming, or it's nice, I'll have one table that's like got one section that's clear if I need a space. But now that I have that little moving table, I find that I don't need this as much. Oh, let me mention this too. This is another thing Grady built for me. Put in this, another just piece of wood all the way across. Most of y'all don't need to know this because you're not filming, but if you do any filming or Instagram stuff, For me, this has been nice because then I can put my magic arm, what's this thing called? Tripod clampy thing? I don't know, but it's called magic arm or something. It's not cheap, but it's been a game changer. I love it. So then I can clamp it and move it and get a good overhead. And oh, this is a beautiful piece of stained glass that Grady got for me. Was it for my birthday or for anniversary?
Probably anniversary.
Something special. Oh, where is that painting? It used to be in here. I don't think it's in here anymore. Basically, he took a painting of mine that was like this sun painting to a stained glass artist and got it made for our Airstream. But then I was like, I can't put that in our Airstream, which was a good thing I didn't, because we sold that Airstream and it would have been permanently in there. But now I rigged it up and I hang it in here and I love it. Thanks, babe. Great gift. And then this is Mr. Goose or Miss Goose. She's just here to make us all happy. She's got eggs on her head. I just love having fun, whimsical things around the house, and I'll just tape stuff anywhere. If I get a good quote from a friend, I'll grab a piece of collage paper and paint it on there real quick and just tape it up. I do this around the whole house. I just have quirky little things that I love, and I just think it makes the house really fun and beautiful and personal. This is, well, I wonder what this used to be, like for matches or something. And I put, you know, things in here that I need, like pliers, which is handy. My desk, I already showed y'all that. Can you think of anything else we should tell them about? My cute studio sign up there, coming and going. Oh, the other big change. I can't believe we forgot. We changed the lighting in here. Grady hates it. But aren't you used to it now?
No.
It did look like a spaceship had landed. So we put these I had warm bulbs. So it was in Grady's face, he just went like this. Warm bulbs, and now we went cool, bright. And I just felt like it just changed. I'm like, I can see. But when you're coming from like other rooms, it does look like a spaceship landed. It's weird, isn't it? It is a little weird, but when I come in here, I'm just like, it's so bright. I love it. I could not go back to those other light bulbs. Okay. Oh, I also have this other camping folding table down here. I just keep that there because, you know, as an artist, you always need extra tables. So that's there for when I need it. All right, that is this year's studio tour. I hope I was able to give you some good tips. Don't forget to go check out the MEEDEN supplies, and I'll put a link for the large easel too, because I know y'all have been asking about it and wanting to know about it. And that is it for this week. I'll see you back here in 2 weeks. Bye.